There is a stranger who will one day live inside your body. They will have your name. They will remember your childhood, your first job, this exact evening. And right now, tonight, you are quietly deciding how much money they get to keep. Here is the strange part. Your brain does not believe they are you. So every month you try to save, and every month it goes like this. Payday lands, and for a day the number in your account looks healthy, almost proud. This is the month, you tell yourself. Whatever is left at the end goes straight to savings. This time you mean it. Then the month simply happens to you. A dinner out on a Friday, because the week was long and you earned it. A subscription you forgot you were paying. One small thing that felt like nothing in the moment. You never notice the number going soft. It does not drop all at once, it just leaks, a little here, a little there, until you open the app again near the end of the month, and the safe feeling is gone, and you cannot honestly say where it went. You are not reckless. You are not stupid. You genuinely want to save. And yet the future keeps losing to right now. Not because you are weak, because the older person you are saving for does not feel like you at all. They feel like a stranger. And nobody hands their money to a stranger. This is Money Mind, where we look at the psychology behind every dollar. This is not another budgeting video, and there is no spreadsheet at the end. Because the real reason saving feels impossible has almost nothing to do with discipline. It is this. Your brain looks at your future self and quietly files them under someone I do not know, a different person, a stranger wearing your face. Stay with me, because two things are coming that change how you see your own money. There is one photograph a researcher showed people that made them save nearly twice as much, and I will show you exactly what was in it. And there is a single question you can ask at any checkout that closes the gap between you and the stranger. And there is one line I want you holding when this is over. Pay the stranger first. Say it back to yourself now. Pay the stranger first. Subscribe, so the stranger has a better chance, because once you have met them, you cannot go back to forgetting them. The usual story about people who cannot save is blunt. You lack self-control. You are impulsive. If you just wanted it more, you would do it. You have probably told that story about yourself. But look at the evidence of your own life, because it does not hold up. You can delay gratification. You do it constantly, for the people you love. You skip the thing you want so your kid can have the thing they need. You cover a bill for family without a second thought. You give up an evening for a friend who needs you. The discipline is already in you. So why does it vanish the moment the person you are sacrificing for is future you? Because saving asks you to give something up today for a person who does not feel real yet. You are not failing to save. You are failing to feel connected to the one person who will need it most. That is a completely different problem, and it has a completely different fix. So a psychologist named Hal Hershfield asked a quiet, almost unsettling question. What if we could actually watch this happen inside the brain? Here is what he did. He put people in a scanner and asked them to think about themselves today. A specific signature lit up, the fingerprint your brain uses for me, for self. Then he asked them to think about themselves far in the future, and he watched what the brain did. Watch what happened. For many people, that me signature dimmed. The activity for future you started to look less like them thinking about themselves, and more like them thinking about someone else entirely. A stranger on the street. Read that again slowly. When some of us imagine our own future, the brain responds almost the same way it does when we picture a person we have never met. The stranger is not a figure of speech. On a scan, they are nearly real. This pull toward now has a name, and it runs your whole financial life. It is called present bias. The fuller term is hyperbolic discounting. Here is what those words actually mean. Your brain massively overvalues what it can have right now, and it steeply discounts anything that arrives later. Discounting just means shrinking the worth of something the further away it sits in time. A reward today feels enormous. The same reward next year feels faded and small, so your brain quietly marks it down. Picture it this way, and keep this picture, because it is half the lesson. The present is standing right in front of your face, in sharp focus and full color. The future is far down the road, small and blurry and easy to ignore. The sharp thing beats the blurry thing, every single time. So a small treat you can have tonight wins against a big payoff years away, because the weight belongs to the stranger. You take the treat. they get the bill. And this is not only about retirement, which is exactly why it touches almost everything you do. The credit card is present bias. Enjoy it now, and let a later version of you pay it back with interest. The snooze button is present bias. Sleep now, and let the you from 20 minutes in the future sprint out the door. The checkup you keep pushing, the workout you skip, the hard conversation you avoid. Same trade every time. Present you, standing there in sharp high definition, grabs the good part and quietly hands the cost to the blurry stranger down the road. You are not doing this because something is wrong with you. You are doing it because this is how the machine was built. And once you can see the machine, you can reach in and change it. So here is the lever, and it is the most hopeful thing I know about money. Hirschfeld had already found the sad half of it. The more distant and unreal your future self feels, the less you save. He measured it. The gap itself is the cause. But that means the reverse should also be true. Make the stranger feel real, and saving should get easier on its own. So he tried it. Remember the photograph I promised you? Here it is. He showed people a digitally aged image of their own face. Not a model, not a stock photo of some retiree. Them, older. The lines, the gray, the softened eyes. For a moment, each person was looking straight at the stranger, and the stranger had their face. Then he asked them how much to put toward the future. The people who had just met their older selves chose to save close to twice as much. Nothing about their income changed. Nothing about their willpower changed. The only thing that changed was that the stranger stopped being a stranger. Make the future self real, and the saving follows. That is the whole game. Now sit with the other side of that, because it is heavier than it sounds. Every payday you save nothing. You are leaving that older version of you standing out in the cold. The same face as yours, a little more tired, watching the road, hoping this was the month you finally remembered them. And they age while they wait. And here is the part that should make you a little angry. There is an entire industry that works hard to keep that stranger a stranger, because the gap between you and your future self is exactly where they make their money. Buy now, pay later. One tap and it is yours. Every bit of friction they smooth away is a gift to present you, and another bill quietly forwarded to future you. In that moment, they are not selling you a product. They are selling you distance from the person who has to pay for it. The wider the gap between you and you, the more they profit. You were never only fighting yourself. You were fighting a design. So the fix is not to hate yourself into discipline, because willpower is the exact thing present bias eats for breakfast. The fix is to close the gap. To introduce present you to the stranger and make them friends. 3 moves. Remember them as meet, shrink, lock. 1. Meet them. Give the stranger a face. Picture the actual older you on a real ordinary morning. What their hands look like. What they worry about. What they are quietly hoping you did for them. If you want the shortcut Hirschfeld used, run your own photo through an aging app and look the stranger in the eye. 2. Shrink the distance. Do not save for retirement in 40 years, because that is the stranger at their most distant and blurry. Save for me, 1 year from now. The version of you who does not panic when the car breaks down. Pull the future close enough to bring into focus. 3. Lock it in. Take the decision away from present you entirely, because present you cannot be trusted with it, and that is not an insult, it is just how the brain works. Automate one transfer that moves on the day you are paid, before you can feel the money or spend it. That is what paying the stranger first actually looks like. Watch all 3 run in one ordinary scene. You open the aging app and meet a tired, kind, older version of yourself. That is meet. You stop thinking about some far-off retirement and open a small account, and you name it with that older you in mind. That is shrink. You set one automatic transfer of $50 every payday, before rent, before anything, and then you forget it exists. That is lock. 12 months later, there is $600 sitting there, $50 a month you never once had to fight yourself for, waiting for someone who is going to be very glad you thought of them. And here is the question I promised you, the one that closes the gap. The next time a purchase feels like a lot, ask this. Is this a gift to me right now, or a gift to the stranger who is me? Your one job this week is small. In the next 10 minutes, do one of two things. Set up one automatic transfer, even $5, on your next payday. Or write your future self one honest sentence, telling them what you are trying to do for them. $5, or one sentence. Small enough that you cannot talk yourself out of it. Real enough to start closing the gap. And if you have spent years quietly hating yourself for never being able to save, put that down right now. You were not weak, and you were not broken. You were human, running the same software every human runs, software written long before savings accounts ever existed, and it had one job. Protect the person standing right in front of you. It did that job beautifully. The cruel twist is only this. The person who needed protecting the most was not standing in front of you. They were down the road, out of focus, wearing your face, waiting. You were not careless with your future. You were loyal to the only version of you that you could actually see, the loud one, right here in high definition. That is not a character flaw. It is a quirk in the design, and an industry that found the quirk and got rich selling against it. The villain was never you. It was the distance, and the people who profit from it. So maybe saving was never really about money at all. Maybe it was always a relationship. Between you, right now, and the stranger you keep forgetting, who is not a stranger at all. It is you, older, standing down the road, still hoping you would remember them. And the moment you can finally see their face, everything flips. Every dollar you set aside stops feeling like money lost, and starts feeling like a small note passed forward in time. A message to someone you love that says, I saw you. I know you are coming. I have got you this time. So pay the stranger first. And the next time you reach for the shiny thing right now instead of the quiet transfer, ask the only question that closes the gap. Is this a gift to me now, or a gift to the stranger who is me? Because the stranger you keep forgetting is you, older, hoping you would remember. This week, do one thing they will feel. One automatic transfer, or one sentence. 10 minutes. If this made that person even a little more real to you, share it with someone who is still forgetting their own, and subscribe, because next time we uncover another quiet force running your life. I'll see you there, and so will they.